I don't know.
The
I feel like
Farmer's Fall.
the farmer's fall. It's a farmer's only romance.
I think I like.
I'm Maddie,
And I'm Carolyn.
and
And
we're okay. Ready?
Yeah.
And we're just some podcast. Why didn't you do it?
I thought you said that we weren't doing it. I thought we were doing that. I thought you were doing it with me. Oh, and we're just some podcast.
No, it is 97 right now.
What?
But that's not bad though, because it's been like 110. So 100 and so 97 is like fantastic. That's great weather.
It's 60 and raining right now. I am like in
Please
heaven.
stop talking.
I'm in heaven because there's raindrops on my window pane.
Rain on
That's how
roses,
happy I
whiskers
am.
on kittens.
It reminds me of Washington, so I love it.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Guys, everyone say how cute Maddie's new sweater is. She got a new sweater.
Well,
It's really
how about
cute.
everyone say, hey, you guys are both wearing green.
Yeah, we're matching today.
We're in the fall spirit because
Because
it's a fall episode.
today we're doing a fall episode because it's fall and fall is great.
Also, I just
So,
think that like I just have a lot of green.
oh, I didn't know that you like to color green at all.
I actually
This is
hate
new.
it. It's like my
This is
least
new
color.
to me. I came out to my living room and I opened my window because it was raining and I love the sound of rain. And then I was reading a book and I was like, this is the best day ever, I think. Best day in the world because I just love the rain so much.
Oh, best day of the world, and I'm not even there. So I guess
Oh,
it beats me. So
that must be what it is.
it
That has to be it. Oh, and I got
has to be it.
this new pumpkin pillow from Costco. So
Love it.
that's fun. It's very nice. It's
I don't think I have
cozy.
anything fall.
I just got a few things because Zach loves fall and Halloween, so we got some new Halloween pillows, and then I have a bunch of Halloween decorations, just from over the years. So those are out too.
I don't have any. I have candles. I
I
have
don't know if I'd have any because if Zach wasn't around, because Zach just loves Halloween. So, oh, that is so cute. It's a candle.
Hmm?
That's adorable.
Can I open it?
I don't know.
Smell it.
It smells great. It smells delicious.
It
Wow.
is pumpkin wood scented candle. It's
I
very
love
good.
that. My favorite tree is a pumpkin wood.
Me too. Really sets the mood.
Yeah.
Uh,
So what have you been watching and reading this week, Maddie?
I've kind of just been rewatching shows. I've just been rewatching The Office and Parks and Rec.
Love it.
Excuse me. And then tonight is the new episode of Dancing with the Stars,
Love those
which
stars. Love to dance with them.
which is very important.
It's very
Voting for my
important.
it's very important. I'm watching my Robert and my Whitney, so I'm very excited. What am I reading? I started a new book as an audiobook, but now I think I'm like, as I was reading it, I was like, I can't be kicking my feet when I'm driving, so I might have to get the physical copy.
You get in an accident and they're like, "Were you distracted while driving?" And I was like, "Well,
It's like, I'm just kicking my
the book
feet.
was really good." What do you want me to say, officer? Arrest me for
It,
enjoying my book.
it's called The Librarian of Crooked Lane, and there's like a bunch in the series.
Ooh,
Let
that
me
sounds like a Kathy book.
It
Kathy, write
does
this
sound like a
down.
Kathy book. Let me find like a little short thing for it for you, Miss
A
Catherine.
little summary.
So it's a historical fantasy novel set in 1920s London. The story follows librarian Sylvia Ash as she investigates her family's magical heritage and becomes entangled in a case involving a stolen magical painting with Scotland Yard consultant Gabe. The series blends mystery, historical fiction, and romantic fantasy elements, exploring a world where magicians have uh, like powers for materials like paint, paper, and gold.
That sounds so good. What a
I'm
cozy
very
fall read.
Yes, I'm very excited.
That sounds so cute.
Um,
Wait, I actually really want to read that. Is it on Kindle Unlimited?
no,
It's
but
okay.
it's
I'll
like
get it from
four
the library.
bucks. It's like $4 on Amazon for your Kindle. So I'm very excited to start that. But yeah, I was driving and I was like, I want to be cute. Like I'm just like, I have to stop the book.
because I'm good at getting in a car
I'm gonna get in a
accidents.
car accident. I can continue to read it. So
That's
yeah, I'm
awesome.
reading that one, and it's really good. I know last time I was like, I'm gonna have a Western. I do kind of have a Western lined up in case this one's not good, but I really have high hopes for this one. So,
It sounds really good. I'm gonna have to get it. What was it
but
called again?
um, The Librarian of Crooked Lane, and I think there's like 5 books in the series.
Ooh,
Um,
that's so fun.
And then the I'm not gonna get this. I'll say it. The Western that I found on Kindle Unlimited, okay, I was mainly looking for Kindle Unlimited. It's called Crumpets and Cow Pies.
I've seen that one. Like I've seen it
Yeah,
advertised.
and
But
I can't
that's funny. That's
so
awesome.
that's on my Kindle, so I'm very excited. Carolyn, how about you tell everyone what you're suffering through right now?
Guys, okay, wait, let me find a summary of the book. So I've been reading this book. Reading as in I finished it. I read them in 2 days. They were so good. Two
Good.
books, 2 days.
Oh
Because they
yeah,
were
it's this
really good.
one.
Yes, it's the Hurricane Wars. I know you own it. I don't. I just found it on by who's the author? Say the author's name. The
Ia Guanzin? Gonzon?
Gonzon. I don't know.
Gonzon?
She is a fantastic writer. It
Yeah.
is really good,
Hmm.
and like the way that she describes scenes and the world building. I'm so mad, guys. Okay, so I read these books really quick because I like couldn't get enough of them. And I was also sick this last week and a half. So I had time on my hands and so I was reading it. And I was like, oh, the second book has to be out. Like I finished the first book at 3 a.m. the other night, which was a terrible
I
mistake.
have the text messages to prove it,
Yeah,
guys.
I texted her at 3 in the morning. I was like, just finish the book because it took me a little bit to get into it at first, and I was like, I don't know if you're gonna like this book. It's a little bit sci-fi-ish. It's fantasy, medieval, whatever. It was just like a lot going on at first, and it's so many like names of things because this author very much like she creates the world. And sometimes you'll read fantasy or sci-fi where they kind of borrow from other things, and so it's like a little more familiar, so it's easier to like get into it right away. And this
Mhm.
author, she was like, "Nope, this is the system, this is the magic, this is the name for everything." And I was like, "What is happening?" But that's fine because I got past the what is happening because I like was like, I think I need the audiobook to get past the exposition, and so I listened to it and then I was like Maddie kicking my feet, getting into car wrecks. So I was like, I have to just read this on my Kindle. So I read it and I read it until 3 a.m. I was like, I have to finish it. I'm 80% through. It was like 10 p.m. at this point. Hey, you're sick, girl. Go to sleep. I did not listen. Okay, it's 10 p.m. I'm 80% in. I'm like, I'll just finish it and go to bed. Like, I'll probably finish it by midnight. Wrong. It's fantasy. It's long as hell. So then I'm reading it till 3 in the morning and I'm like freaking out because it's over and I'm like, if the second book isn't out, I'm actually gonna freak out. So then I look it up. I'm like, second book's out. We're fine. Third book is not out.
I know.
I'm so pissed. So I'm
And
so
she
mad.
never does
I'm
this,
yeah. What
guys.
did I say to anybody? I said I'm never this careless. Okay. I always look it up. I always Google to see if the third book's out because I hate the waiting. I remember Kathy. Do you remember this? There was one time when I was reading this series and it was so good. And this is, I don't know if it probably doesn't hold up, but it was like the first fantasy series I ever read. And so all the tropes you get bored of, but like when you first read them, it doesn't matter if the book was bad. You're just like,
Hmm.
wow, such a new idea, so innovative. Like I'm so into it. And this is the Demon King series, which I know it's not as good. Like I know it's not good now.
Yeah.
If I read it today, I would have put it down probably. But at the time when I was like 16 and it was the first fantasy I'd ever really gotten into, I was so into it. So I read that one, and the third book had just been delivered to my house. Like I'd ordered it on Amazon because I knew myself. I was like, if I don't have all the books in my hand at the same time, I'm gonna freak out because I don't want to wait. I want to just like read it. And my mom, I was like, hey, I like texted her. I was at a singing competition in Bellevue, which is about 30 minutes from where I grew up. And I was like, hey girl, can you bring my book? And so my mom drove out and brought me my book. It was great. Because if you've ever
Fantastic.
done like any of the music competition type stuff, you know that like in school you're in those buildings for like 8 hours, and most
Yep.
of the time you're not doing anything. Like you might just be waiting. Like you might be watching performances, but you might just be waiting. So she brought it to me. But anyways, that's the kind of reader I am. And like I told my this too, I was like, I won't even watch a show if it's not all the way out because I don't want to wait 1 week to watch the next
Yeah.
episode.
And
So
it
I'm
was funny.
suffering. I'm suffering. Like I have to wait. a year at least because she posted. I
Yeah.
texted Maddie. I was like, I'm cooked. She just posted that she finished the draft of the book 2 weeks ago of the third book. And then I was like, oh, well, she said that there's a sneak peek in her deluxe edition for the second book. Perfect. I'll go get that right now. It's not out till January.
Yeah, dude.
So I'm just
Sorry.
crying. Guys, it's really good if you want a fun fantasy read. It's very, the first book is a little spicy, but not super spicy. The second book is pretty spicy. I was like, yawn, please. Because like I like a little bit of spice, like a touch of spice. I like enough spice to like get you like, ooh, like I'm intrigued. But
Mhm.
I don't love like sometimes with like Fourth Wing, like the second book is so spicy that I was just like, I'm
It's just
bored of
like
this.
why and
Like,
like
can we have more
so
plot in
terrible.
this? And I prefer like heavy plot, and this one is heavy plot. It is romance, but it is a lot going on. She does a great job building the world. And then it is a slow burn and it is a true enemies to lovers. And I mean like true enemies to lovers. It's very complicated and she did a great job. So if you enjoy that kind of book, go check that out. The
Yes.
second one, I gave the first one 5 stars and the second one 4.5. Like I loved this book. I ate this book up.
She
So,
did.
but I
She
am
did.
suffering. I'm gonna be suffering
Yeah.
for the next year.
I
So,
don't mind the waiting period. Like I was telling her, I was like, I like the waiting period sometimes because it's like it gets you excited for like you look forward to something. And I always think when I think about the waiting period, I think about how Elena and I waited 13 years for the second book to Inhuman. And you know what? If I can get through that, I feel like I can get through anything. So, like waiting, like Carolyn was on the phone with me for the third book of the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, and I think we were like in the middle of recording or something, and I was like, "Hey, I have to stop recording real quick because my book just got here." And so it was so like
I remember that.
yeah, like it's just so fun. Like when you get to pre-order it and then it shows up at your door, you're just like, it's exciting.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna freak out. See, that's the
Right.
thing too, is that I've gotten very much into my Kindle reading. I really want to own these books because I love them, but I enjoy reading the ebook versions. There's also like library apps where you can read them too, which I'll get if it's not on Kindle Unlimited. And but then because there's like, I feel like every like 10 books I read, one of them I'm like I absolutely like like I have to own this book, and then the rest of them I'm like, yeah, it was good. But this one, dude, so good. So yeah, guys, go check that out unless you or wait a year and then check it out so you don't have to suffer like I'm suffering.
Wow, we're gonna be okay.
But
No,
it's
I no, dude,
so good. Well, because
I
they
totally
always
feel
end the
you.
second book. They always end the second book on a cliffhanger.
I
Like the first book,
know.
I feel like they usually, with what I've read with trilogies, they'll usually kind of wrap it up. So like you're
Yeah,
excited for the next one, but like there's not like a crazy cliffhanger. And in the second book, it's always like an insane cliffhanger, and you're like,
yeah. I think the
kill me.
one that like suffered the most with, like oh my gosh, I didn't think about this. I thought about this book every day. Like it never left my mind. It was the Nameless series by Jennifer Jenkins, because so the first book I didn't understand that I read it the day it came out because my school librarian was like, "Hey, you might like this book," so I read it all, and then I was like, "Oh, I have to wait a whole year for the second one," and she like put me on a huge cliffhanger, so I was upset at that point. But the second one had even a bigger cliffhanger, and she had no end date. Like she was like, I don't know when the third book's gonna come out because originally it was only supposed to be two books. And so I got to a point where I emailed the author.
Dude, that's
Like
not what me.
I loved it so much. I emailed her and I was like, hey, you don't know who I am. I'm just like some random high school student, but like, I love your books. Like, do you have any idea when the third one's coming out? And she actually did respond and she was like, oh, yeah, it's gonna come out next year. And I was like, so post that. Post that anywhere, Jennifer. Um, and it was
That's what I
great.
should do. The
Email her.
author, she either lives or she's currently on a trip to Scotland and she's in Edinburgh, which was where we were. And I was like looking at her Instagram, stalking it the other day because I was like, I need to know everything about what's going on. And she's like posting little paragraphs of like what she's written, and I'm like reading every line. I'm like, I have to know, I have to know. Hey, chill out,
It's
girl.
just so good. And you know what? I feel like part of them is like it's a little scary, but also I feel like they're like take it as a compliment. Hopefully,
Yeah,
fingers crossed. We're not crazy. We just love your
we're
books.
just obsessed with your writing. And she's so good. And I was like, maybe I could at least find some other books that she's written so that
Hmm.
I can read those. Hey,
Nope. It's her
this
first
is her
book.
first series. Well, she wrote one other book in between, which I'm really glad that I read these books when I did. Because if I had finished this book like a year ago and then she was like, my next book for this different thing is coming out, I would be like,
Upset. If you want a fantasy that has like medium stakes and no miscommunication, enemies to lovers, read Nameless by Jennifer Jenkins.
I do want to read Nameless.
I'm
When you were telling me
shouting
what
it
it's
out.
about, it sounds really good.
It's
I
such a
also
good
I
one.
do have the first book to Once Upon a Broken Heart, so
You
I'm gonna
too.
read that one soon.
But I
And then I just
yeah.
downloaded two other books that I have ready.
Yeah, start knocking them out.
Yeah, dude, just when the fall weather hits, I'm like, all I want to do is be reading. I just want to be like
Hmm.
sitting reading.
But yeah, I think you might like Nameless. I mean, there's no spice in it, guys. So sorry if that's what you wanted. There's no
Sorry
spice.
if that's what you wanted. You don't get that
You
this
don't
time.
get that in this one. Okay? Dude, I think Nameless is one of the books that I think about to this day still. Like I don't even like I read it in high school, so hopefully it's still like holding up to like how I perceived it. But
I think if
dude,
I tried to read Demon King, I would freak out because here's my guess. First of all, it's switched perspectives, which isn't always bad, but sometimes I'm just not in the mood for that. But
mhm.
it's also like main character insufferable, like for sure. Like she is
Yeah, thousand
so
percent.
frustrating the whole time because she's like a princess. But there's some really interesting parts about the book that I really like. But I think it was just that I was realizing what tropes I liked through those books.
Yeah.
But
I
I
just feel
also
like
really, sorry,
oh
go
no,
ahead.
go.
No, no, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was gonna say I really want to read A Winter's Promise. Like that one is always staring at me. And
Yes.
I love an enemy's to lovers and I love a forced what's it? It's not called for Marriage of Convenience. Is that what it's called? I love those books.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like a forced marriage in a way. Because she's like, I don't want to marry this guy, but it's such a good one. And guys, it's like a slow burn. Like, I don't even think they hold hands until probably the second or third book.
Yeah, and I always like I love a slow burn because it like keeps you reading the book and people I feel like a lot of times people say slow burn, but then if they aren't together by the end of the book, it's like what? And it's like, no, guys, I mean a slow burn.
Yeah. And it's a slow burn, but
Yeah.
it's so
I
good.
mean like the whole 6 episodes of BBC Pride and Prejudice. That's what I mean by slow burn.
Exactly.
Like, because it gives the room for the yearning, and like, I love it in these books too when they have all the second guessing. Like, when the person is like, I think that this could be this, but honestly, it probably doesn't. And I'm reading into it, and then they don't act on it, but then they still do like the stolen glances. Like, I'm living for that. And
Yeah.
guys, that's why Hurricane Wars is so good. It's so good.
Yeah. A Winter's Promise, it's like enemies to I can kind of stand you to okay, I'm protecting you with my life. And then it's to friends and then it's to lovers.
Oh, gosh.
And it's phenomenal.
I
Like I
need to
remember
read it.
sending Carolyn a video of me like in tears. Like I couldn't even stop crying because I was so emotional from it. Like it was just so good. Um, we haven't even gotten to the episode.
No, we've just been talking about some cozy reads, guys. There's some
Heck yeah,
fun
guys,
reads.
put this on your list because these books are so good.
Today's episode, we're going to be drafting a plot
Oh
for
my
a
God.
fall
Yes.
Hallmark movie. And how this came about is from like 2 years ago
Should I tell
when,
the story?
yeah, yeah, please do. This is really
Okay,
funny.
so Elena, I want you to know that I never told you this, okay? And I don't take offense to it. I think it's hilarious now. At the time, I was like, oh. But so Elena, she's in theater well, she's still in theater, but in college, she was doing shows, and she's like a 6 hour drive from me, so I would go see her shows whenever I could. And I went. I can't remember what show it was, but I went in and it was fall time. So
Love
I was wearing a cardigan, and I knew this cardigan was not the cutest. I was like, it's just whatever. It's a simple jacket. And I went into like the back, like the, what's it called? Dressing room.
it.
And we were just hanging out. And then I was like, oh, the show's gonna start soon. I'm gonna go out, get a ticket, and go see the show. And as I'm walking out, I hear some guy go, "Is that your mom? Is that your mom?" And I thought it was because sweater. Because that sweater made me look like I was probably 80 years old. Like it was just a terrible sweater. And I kid you not, I think that's the only thing. The 6 to 7 hour drive home, that's the only thing I thought about. And the sweater's just sitting in the back seat. I'm just like, damn it. And so when I got home, I was texting Carolyn about this whole interaction that I had. And then we started sending videos back and forth because I was reenacting what the sweater, how I would act with the sweater in a Hallmark movie. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. And I think
Yeah,
I have the videos. I feel like I should put them in.
I definitely remember them. If you don't have them, I probably have them somewhere
Okay.
because they're crazy.
I think it's funny.
I'm a baker in a failing bakery, okay? It's failing because my best friend, who's now my ex-best friend, bought the bakery across the street, okay? Stealing my business. And this bakery has been in my family for 10 generations. 10 generations. Wow. Businessman comes into the bakery and he sees that it's failing. He sees that the business is going down. But you know what's not going down? Is the Christmas spirit. Okay? My character, very positive. Okay. So, what do you think? Do you think that pie is gonna win me that $1 million at the Blueberry Pumpkin Christmas Festival?
First of all, I just laughed really hard. But I decided that I want to be also in Peppermint Valley, but I'm the girl that's lived there forever and wins every year. And is like, who's this girl? Whatever. Okay. Oh no. Her blueberry pumpkin pie? My pumpkin blueberry pie has been passed on from generation to generation. This recipe has won so many years.
Don't listen to her, Henry. The businessman. We can win that $1 million in Peppermint Valley. We're gonna save my bakery. Oh, my grandmother will be so proud. You really think you can win? My blueberry pumpkin pie has a secret recipe, and it's love.
I'm gonna put a parking lot right where your bakery used to be. That way we can have that grand ski resort that my pop always dreamed to have. He was an oil baron, which is why Peppermint Valley has so much money. Don't you think it's only fair that I, his protege, his granddaughter, get that money? And your little Henry, yeah, I'm gonna get him too.
Henry, she can do all she wants. She can have that bakery. She can build that parking lot all she wants, but she can't have you. Fast forward. When we sneak into your bakery, okay, to find information, this recipe looks awfully similar. Why am I going British? This is my grandmother's recipe. That means they were. She was the best friend. They shared it. No, Henry, you're right. We must keep fighting. We must find her weakness. Henry is an instigator.
Okay, this is the part. Okay. 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 This is this is the next day after Henry broke into the factory office. He killed her.
You didn't. What did you find? Henry, I'm gonna pretend to be on his side, but I have the police on speakerphone in my pocket. These are the blueprints that you stole and you killed for.
He poisons you so you slowly die. So this is him saying his plan as you're slowly dying, okay? Whoa! Do an evil happening. The following year, it would do a time skip for sure. It would be like 1 year later after you died and what's her face died. And then it would just be a shot of Henry outside his new casino that he built with the blueprints that he stole instead of the ski resort.
I threw out the sweater, if anyone was wondering. I threw it out. I don't have it anymore.
You don't want people to ask if you're Elena's mom. You're Kathy? Are you Kathy? You Kathy?
Is that your mom?
Which is funny that like just wearing a cardigan, you're like now old enough
It
to
was a
be
terrible
her
cardigan.
mom.
I'm gonna put a photo right here, guys, of the
Check
cardigan.
out that cardigan.
Check out that
If you
cardigan.
want someone to mistake you for a mom, check out this cardigan.
It really,
It
it's
it's
fine.
it's 100% chance it's from Old Navy or Costco. It's one of those.
Damn, it was from Old Navy.
Clocked ya.
I had that thing since I was high school, so the fact I'm walking down the hallways in that sweater and people think I'm someone's mom lost.
My favorite sweater I ever had. Devastating. It's a devastating story. I was in fourth grade. Okay, girl, it's fine. Your life continues. You're gonna get more sweaters. I was in fourth grade and I had this cardigan and it was my favorite cardigan. I used to wear it like literally every day. Okay, girl, watch that thing. And I'd wear it every day and I think I left it at school. And I
Which
never found a
one?
cardigan as good. It was just like a black cardigan. There's nothing special about it. But it was my
I
favorite
think I
color.
remember which
It
one
was
you're
my
talking about.
favorite. I wore it so much
You
that
did.
I guess I needed to do my laundry. Like, girl, you need to get another item of clothing, please.
I wish I had a photo of it because I do
Rest in
remember that
peace.
sweater. I
I
do.
know. I want to say I might have worn it on one of my picture days, but maybe I'll text Kathy. Kathy, show me a picture of the cardigan
It's
after the episode
it's
airs.
like the screen's like not found because this is posted after the fact.
Yeah, Kathy did not come through
She
and
did
read
not.
our minds to send it to us before.
Exactly. Catherine,
Please, I just need
please.
that sweater. Okay, so we're gonna plot out a quick Hallmark movie. Here's my first idea, Maddie. The first thing that comes to mind when I think of a fall cozy movie, and I know what yours is. The first thing that comes to Maddie's mind is Pumpkin Pie Wars Hallmark movie. Okay.
Damn, dude, that movie's so good.
Oh, me and Maddie tried to watch it, but for some reason it was only available in Spanish. I don't know
And I
how that
also
happened. I was trying to watch it and it only was available, and I was like, I don't know Spanish, so I can't watch this, which is a bummer.
I don't know
Um,
either because we were gonna watch it like the other day. A
yeah, when you were
non-Spanish version.
over
No,
and
like
I could not
here,
find it.
like at my house, because mom loves
Oh,
that
and you
one
couldn't
too.
find the.
Yeah, because mom loves that one too. It's a great one, guys. Pumpkin Pie
It's
Wars,
great.
Hallmark. Hallmark sponsor us, please. Please.
I was thinking, yeah, no way.
Innkeeper.
I was thinking that because I've been obsessed with this because of Madison Humphrey. Shout out Madison Humphrey, love you. Love all your videos, are so funny.
I love
Is that it
her.
would be so fun to do a divorced couple getting back together
Yeah.
because that's very fall to me.
Dude, whenever I see her like divorced parents meeting in the parking lot to exchange the children, I'm like, this is like war flashbacks because that's how my parents did it.
Her videos are so funny, and she nails it right on the head every single time. And like the way that she'll like talk about his new girlfriend too is so
The
funny.
redhead.
Yes, like I feel like that would be perfect,
Yeah.
especially because it's like that's how they get back together. Is she like needs to move back to the town for the kids or something?
Hmm.
Um, oh, that'd be fun
Yeah.
because she doesn't like keeping them away. And then what is he? Okay, so here's the thing. I find that usually with these Hallmark movies, the guy is in some sort of field that's like manual labor because they always need him to be moving around and
He
muscly.
grows pumpkins.
He's a pumpkin farmer.
He's
He
a
runs.
pumpkin.
What if we give it like a fun twist where he has a farm that is also like the farm that they use to do all the like what's it called? Like a corn maze, and then he does a haunted night where they do a haunted corn maze.
Yeah. And she gets lost in the maze and he has to find her.
Oh my gosh, we've got the plot. We've got the plot.
Got the
Okay,
plot.
they're visiting because they always do Halloween at his house because the kids love doing all the farm stuff. And so she moved to the city because she felt like they had to get divorced because she felt like she was giving up her dreams to stay with him because she wanted to have a career. And
Yeah.
that's why they got divorced. And but then we need like a real reason where
She
it's like a miscommunication and he actually wants her to do all the things that she loves.
Exactly. And then when she comes into town, okay, she drops off the kids like she usually does, and she's like, I guess have a good time and whatever, and she says goodbye. But then the car won't start. It's having problems.
Yeah, we need a reason why she can't go back.
In
Okay,
such a small town that they don't have the part that she needs to fix her car. So she has to
she
stay.
should have she needs to have like a really annoying sports car where like the parts take forever to get there or they're
Yeah.
really expensive or
An Audi.
yeah. I'm trying to think there's also like I feel like that's a good enough reason for her to stay. I'm
Hmm.
like we need to move more complicated. It's Hallmark. Okay, this is fine. She just needs her car. And he keeps being like, you can take my car. And he drives like a truck. And she's like, I'm not driving your truck to my job in the city.
It's like a manual.
Yeah.
Like she's like, I don't know how to drive this. You'll have to take me.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
then she's really weird about staying at his house. So she's like, I'll just get a hotel, it's fine. And he's like, no, you need to stay here. And she's like, no, I'm getting a hotel. I'm not staying here with you
Yeah.
and your redhead girlfriend. Okay.
Exactly. And then he goes to drop her off at the end because he finally is like, fine, if you're gonna be so stubborn about it, let's do it. She goes in and it's like he locks eyes with the innkeeper and he's just like, say it's full, say it's full. And then she's like, it's full. I'm so sorry. Like, I guess you're gonna have to go stay somewhere else. And then she turns around and she's like, so how about that guest room?
And so then she has to stay at the
She
house, which
has to
makes
stay at the
things
house.
complicated.
Mm-hmm.
And every time she's trying to work, she hears the kids yelling and screaming, and she like walks out and she's like, "Oh my gosh, why are you riling up the kids?" But then he's like playing with them, and it's really cute. And she's
Yeah.
like, and then I think that's probably what. So here's the thing: it's so hard. It's such a like. There's a line, okay? There's a line because we want her to do what she loves, but I
Mhm.
think she either has to decide like I need to be closer because like the kids like him, like that might be the
Yeah.
first like okay, like this is like the kids love being here and the kids maybe are not like they're fine living in the city but like
Mhm.
they're having so much fun whenever
Yeah.
they're here and
I
so
Oh no,
that has to be
sorry.
the oh go ahead.
No, no, no. What were you gonna say?
I was like I think that has to be the first mark where she's like maybe I'm thinking about it, you know.
Yeah. I think there should be like like a slight argument where it's kind of revealed that she never really wanted to go to the city. Like that was what it was like her family business or whatever was like you have to go there.
Yeah.
And she never wanted that life. Like she wanted to bake pumpkin pies.
and she just wanted him to fight for her. She wanted
Yes,
him to be like, I don't want you to go. Like, I want you to
exactly.
stay.
He never stopped her. And she's like, "Why didn't you come after me?" And he's like, "I didn't know
Yeah.
you wanted me to."
Like she was like, it was my cry for help. And like you didn't understand. Like I just wanted you to be like, no, I need you here. And that he never
Yes.
said that.
Mhm.
Okay, so what are we making this movie?
And right now,
Winona's
I
canceled.
need a flannel and we'll reenact it right now.
And we'll be right back.
Hi everyone, here's an update on our most recent project.
We start filming our pilot episode of Winona on October 27th. It's a murder mystery and we are so excited.
If you want to support us, here's a few fun things you can do.
Check out our wish list to send us costumes and props. Think of it as the Winona shopping list.
You can also choose to sponsor our film for the day. Don't worry, it's not $1,000,000. It just means that you send a donation for transportation or craft services, or you could just pay for our coffee for the day.
Another way is just donating to our GoFundMe page. We appreciate any and all donations.
We're also doing a giveaway right now, which includes a blind date with a book, an item of our merch that you get to choose, and then a small basket of additional goodies just for all the help you guys are doing.
It's a very fun fall moment. It's fall, guys. To enter, just comment below for free entry. Every dollar donated or spent on a wishlist item is an additional entry.
Otherwise, just continue to like and share our videos, whether it's on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, or right here below. Thanks for all your help.
We're on Facebook?
Well, you can share it on Facebook. I guess you can't
Oh,
really share it
okay.
on Facebook. Guys, if you have Facebook, never mind. Don't
Just
share it
ignore
on
Facebook,
Facebook.
guys. Thank you.
Thanks so much, guys.
Now, back to the show.
Okay, what's the town called? It's got to be something Hallmarky. Okay, guys, we'll get back to the plot in a second.
Cedarwood Pumpkinville.
Cedarwood Pumpkin Village. That's crazy.
I'll think of something. Let me find like some fall words to go off of, and then I'll figure it out. Harvest Hollow.
Oh, okay.
Maple Maplewood Ridge.
I like Maplewood Ridge a lot.
Cider Creek.
I feel like Maplewood Ridge is good, and it feels almost real
Pumpkin
enough,
Grove. Yeah.
but like still Hallmarky, you know?
Maplewood Ridge. Yeah. We didn't even like write an outline yet. Like that's just what we came up with.
Guys, this is legitimately how Maddie and I write the movies as we do this.
And then
Until
at one
something
point, there's like a small moment where she sees him playing with the kids, like you were saying. But then one of the kids, or no, she walks outside and she sees him pulling, like, figuring out which pumpkins are good to go to be picked. And then one of the kids pi picks out a small pumpkin and he brings it to her and he's like, "Look, Mama, look at this little baby pumpkin. Isn't it so cute?" And then she's just like, and then she's like, "Can we make a pumpkin pie?" And then she's like, "Yeah, and we'll use my grandmother's recipe." And then she
Dude,
makes and then she makes the pie. And then he's like, he walks into the kitchen as she's cleaning the dishes and she's putting the pie away. And he's just like, "Man, I forgot what your pumpkin pie tasted like." And she's like, "Yeah, I haven't made it in a long time." And he's just like, "Yeah, I really wish you were still around to make it sometimes because it always brings that warm fall cozy feeling back." And then that's when the argument starts of, "Why didn't you come after me, man? I could have been making
exactly.
pumpkin
I feel like he has
pies."
to say something flippant that's like, yeah, I guess it's just, isn't as good out here as it is over there, like in the city or whatever. And then she
Mhm.
could be like, I never even wanted that. I just wanted
And
you to say something, you know?
And then after their fight, she goes to the inn and she's like, "Just give me a room, please. Like, I'm begging you." And then she finds out at the innkeeper is the gossiper. Okay, she can't keep it to herself. She's like, "He did go to the city to look for you."
And it's perfect. And everyone does. I feel like the redhead, okay, so his girlfriend, I think at the Halloween, okay, so the climax of the plot has to be during Halloween. Like they
Of
have to
course.
be at the haunted hay maze thing, where she gets lost in it. But I feel like it could be like what's it called? Twisters, how they're not divorced yet, but she's come back to bring the divorce papers
Yeah.
to officially sign.
Oh my gosh, Sweet Home Alabama. Yeah.
Okay, what was your idea? Sorry, you had an oh my gosh moment. I
No,
didn't
I
get it.
was just like, it comes full circle because she feels like he never came after her in the city, and now he's coming after her in the maze, finding her.
Yes.
It's full circle.
So he has to run. So she's in the maze, and I think the girlfriend at first is like, I think she's probably really cool. I think she's normal and cool,
Hmm.
and I think she's like, I'm not gonna compete for your attention. Like
Yeah.
if you need to like, it's fine. And I also think that she's gonna notice like the kids, and I think she's gonna because this might be the first time of her meeting the kids. Like it could be kind of like that. And
Yeah.
then I also think that she's gonna be like they're gonna be cleaning up. Okay, they just finished doing the scare fest.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, we don't know where she is." And he's like, "What do you mean? Like she was in the maze hours ago. What do you mean you don't know where she is?" And then the girlfriend's like, "Just go find her. Like it's fine. Just go talk to her. Whatever."
Yeah.
You know,
It's
that
kind
kind
of
of.
like a just go with it moment where that girlfriend walks up to
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston and she's just like, are you still like in love with Danny? And she's like, what? No, like we're just friends. And then she's like, well, he laughs at your jokes. He doesn't laugh at mine. And he's never gonna look at me the way that he looks at you. Like it's kind of like that moment where it's the
Yeah.
girlfriend and the wife realizing like, oh, maybe I'm just like not imagining it. Like maybe, you know.
Yeah. And so then I think he runs into the maze and finds her. And then they have their big like makeup and make out moment. And
Yeah.
then yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's
Dude, when are we
done.
gonna make
In
this?
20 minutes, we've already plotted it out. We have to actually. This sounds really fun
We
and cute.
should. Well, we have our we only did it one time. But the Christmas story, we could just
Yeah,
change it for Christmas.
we could do a fall one. I mean, we have to do that right now, but
Now,
we could do it. We could do it. That'd be fun.
that would be fun.
Guys, join us in a few weeks when we make this
No, don't
audio
promise
play.
anything. Don't promise anything.
If
This
we have
was
literally a second of time, we'll do it. But we're literally filming on Halloween. Like we're filming in
Mhm.
we're almost 30 days out.
Yeah.
34 days out right now.
Yeah. So, okay, ready?
I'm ready.
We're gonna fade into black right now. Where am I? I'm in this. I'm
You're
in the city.
in
What's our
Maple.
main character's name? What's her name?
I feel like her name would be Maggie.
Maggie.
Yeah.
Let's go to Mady. So Maggie comes in. Okay, she's like in
And
the
he
car.
calls her Mags and she hates it.
Yeah. Or when he's cross with her, he calls her Margaret.
Yes. Oh, perfect. Margaret is
Perfect.
a fall name.
Exactly. So she's driving in the city, right? And she's like, she has like the little earpiece, and she's like, I know I'm on my way to the office, blah, 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 blah. And then she's like, 1 second, I'm getting a phone call. She pushes the button, and she's like, what do you want? What's his name? Give me a name.
I really like Henry. Henry's like screaming at me right
Okay.
now.
Okay, so I'm edit. Oh, I should probably be talking quietly. I'm editing right now, and I think that's the funniest thing. We did not plan it. We did not watch the videos prior to this, so just seeing that we put Henry in both stories is so funny to me. Except Henry does not become a murderer in our new story. So
Hi, Henry. How you doing? And he goes, hey, how you doing? Just wanted to see, like, are you guys still good to come up to where are we going? What's it called?
Maplewood Ridge? Maplewood
Maplewood Ridge
something?
tomorrow. Maplewood Ridge tomorrow
Yeah, for the Halloween
for the Halloween thing.
weekend.
You
Yeah.
know, I usually spend it this time with the kids. And she's like, yes, yes, I know. The kids are very excited, right, kids? And the kids are like, Daddy, this is so
And they're
exciting.
screaming and they're like,
Screaming.
they're so excited.
Yeah. And then he's like, great. What's the girlfriend's name? Redhead? What's her name?
Um, oh gosh, I'm thinking out like my first thought was Lindsay, but then we have a Maggie, a Henry, and a Lindsay, which is a lot of E names. I'm thinking. This is the part that always takes me the longest,
Should we go
actually.
with we can go with Lindsay. Lindsay's nice.
Lindsay will be our that's our
Okay.
placeholder.
He goes, yeah, Lindsay's just so excited to meet the kids, and she's like, Lindsay, great.
And then she's got to make a crack at how they met. So they have to meet at like a dive bar, or they met on like Tinder. She has to make a joke about it,
Yeah, what's the
and
joke?
then she has to be like, "Oh, you're still with her? Oh, that's crazy. How old is she again?" And she like makes a joke like she's like 28, but he's like, "No, she's my age." I don't know how many times we talk about this. Like, yeah, like I think that's just
And then
the joke.
she's like, "Okay, gotta go, Henry. See you tomorrow." And she hangs up the phone. Next day, they're driving up to Maplewood Ridge,
Hmm.
and then she pulls in the driveway. And then, what do you think happens? Your turn.
I think Lindsay's probably already there. And I think that they both like walk out to greet them, and they try to and like they like meet her and shake hands. And of course, what's her name? Of course, Maggie is looking like the cutest she's ever looked. Like she looks so
Of
cute
course.
and put together. And I think she's got to be like business casual, and he's got to make a crack about how she's wearing that to the farm. And she's like, "Well, I'm not staying," but like they had originally agreed on her staying for like a night, but then she
Mhm.
found out about Lindsay, and she's like, "I'm not staying." And so she's like, "Oh, well, I'm not
Exactly.
staying. I'm just going back to the office." And he's like, "Oh, did you tell the kids that?" And the kids,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Yeah, they know." And they have like that kind of conversation. And then she definitely meets Lindsay and is like, yeah, that's great. And like, I don't think she likes her at all because I think that has to happen so he can see her being like a little bit jealous
Well,
about it.
like, I think Maggie is obviously like jealous, but I think she's not gonna say it to her face. I think she'd be like, "Hi, Lindsay, how are you?" And then Lindsay will walk away and she's like, "How old is she, Henry?"
Yeah, and I also
Kind of
think
thing.
that they have to have a conversation. I think when Henry and Lindsay walk out, they're talking, and I think he has to be like, yeah, whenever she's lying or whenever she's like putting face, but she like hates the person, she'll do this one thing, and then she has to do that when she meets Lindsay.
Yeah,
So Lindsay and
exactly.
Henry can be like, right, so they know. And then, yeah, so I think she's just supposed to drop off the kids. And then I think she leaves. I think she starts leaving. And then I think her car breaks down on the way for her leaving.
Yeah.
Because it has to be a moment where she
She's
comes out.
driving down the driveway and Henry's watching her car dri get like further and further, and then you just like hear like the sound, and then she gets out of the car and she's like, "Henry, my car."
And I think it has to be something that Henry would always take care of. Like I think Henry always did the oil changes, always did that, and so she's
Hmm.
not used to doing all that stuff. And
Yeah.
so and then he can be like, I told you to get that checked out. You were supposed to get that checked out, whatever. And I also think that he doesn't go to get her, he sends Lindsay to go get her. And
Oh,
he's like they'll have a little bonding moment. It'll be great. And he's like, no, I'm with the kids, but Lindsay's on her way. Don't you worry. And I think Lindsay has to be like we love Lindsay. She's a girl's girl for sure, but I think she has to be all the things that Maggie is insecure about. Like she has to be more like hands-on and more like handy and like more like him so that
mhm.
she's all these things. Like, like I know that that's what you need. Like she's just like you, whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Like Lindsay lifts the hood and she's like,
yeah.
"Yeah, this is not. I don't know cars." She's just like, it's
Yeah.
smoke.
No, it's this is the problem. There ain't no gas in it. So so then they go back and she takes it to the mechanic and he's like, "No, I know a good mechanic." They take it and the mechanic's like, "Yeah, that part is gonna be here in a week." So, I don't know what to tell you. And she's like, "Do you have a rental?" And then he's like, "Do I look like a dealership?" "No, I do not have a rental for you." Like, because it's just like a hometown, smaller
Yeah.
spot. And then,
Well, also, I feel like she's from that town. So I feel like they know her and they're just like, "Maggie, how long have you li like you lived here for a long time. You really think we just built a dealership in the last a year and a half?"
yeah,
Kind of thing.
exactly. And then, so then she'll go back to the house with Lindsay. And then I think that's when she'll realize that Lindsay's actually really cool.
Yeah.
And then that will be jealousy in a different way now because she's like, damn it, she rocks. And then they have to go back and and be with the kids. That can be the first time she sees him with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And and then she can be like, yeah, I'll find a hotel for the night. And she's like, and I don't need Lindsay to take me. I can just take your car. And then she goes out and it's manual. And then he has to
She's
take her.
like, Henry. Like, she just keeps calling him. Like, Henry, please. Or no, she's more just like, at this point, she's like, prove that she can do these things now, like, because like Lindsay can. So she's
Yeah.
like, well, I can too. So
I
she's
can
like, no.
drive stick. I've never driven it, but I
She's
can
like,
do
I
it.
can drive stick. And he's like, you have never driven it before in your life. And she's like, yeah, she's like, yes, I have. You don't know everything about me. I can totally do it. And then she tries to get out of the driveway and she can't even do the clutch thing. Like she doesn't know nothing. And then he's just like, scoot over. I'll take you to the inn. And then they go on the car.
Oh, it'd be so cute.
And then they're driving down the road and he's like asking about the work and like, cause it's her family business. So he's like, how's your dad doing? She's like, oh, you know how my dad is. My dad's my dad.
And she's like, so, and he's gotta be asking like questions that are small talk, but they're also like pointed. So he has to be like, cool,
Yeah.
so you told him then that you hate doing that and you don't want to run that job anymore? And she's like, no, I have not told him that I don't like doing it. Like it's gotta be like that back and forth. And
And they're driving to town and he's like, hey, remember that place? Remember Jake's? Like, we used to go there all the time. And she's like, yeah, I remember Jake's, Henry. It's
yeah,
great.
she's gotta be like, and she has to bring up like situations where they got in a fight. She's gonna be like, yeah, I remember you yelling at me at Jake's actually. I remember that very clearly.
Yeah.
And then he can
It's
be
like
like,
the Parent Trap where he's like, she's like, what did I throw at you again? And he's like, a hair dryer.
yeah,
And then
exactly. She could be like, yeah, I remember Jake's. I remember throwing my drink in your face at Jake's. Do you remember that?
so funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they get to the inn and or he's still like trying to convince her. Like he's just like, you don't have to pay for an inn, Mark uh not Margaret, Maggie. Like you could totally stay in our guest room. And she's like, no, I'm okay. Like it's gonna be easier this way, whatever. So then she goes into the inn and that's when he's just like you should stay with the kids.
Yeah, and he's gotta have like a $20 bill and be like,
And then the innkeeper's like, no, we don't have to pay. Sorry. Yeah, we're booked for the weekend. And she's like, booked for the weekend? Like, what's so important this weekend that it's like the town's booked everywhere? And then he chimes in and he's like, the Halloween event, the
yeah,
festival.
I was gonna say he could say forest fires, and I'll tell you why. Because my friends could not find they were in Colorado driving around. I'm not joking, this was real. They got stuck in Grand Junction, Colorado, and they were trying to find a hotel for the night because their car broke down, and they literally everywhere was full. They went everywhere. Like they called every single hotel in the area, and it was all full because there were these crazy wildfires that took out like an entire town. No joke. And they literally everyone was in hotels scattered around Colorado, and so they were all full. Crazy.
Very crazy. But this is
That's
a
what.
Hallmark movie, okay? That is it's devastating. So
There's no wildfires in Hallmark movies.
no, because that's sad. These are happy, cozy fall movies. So it's gonna bring up the festival. And she's like, you still do that? And he's
Oh,
like,
true, because we haven't introduced that yet. Perfect.
exactly. And then he's like, of course we do it every year. And then she's like, hey, I guess I have to stay at your guest room. This is great. It's gonna be fun. And then he's just like, yeah, it's gonna be us so bunking together. Me, you, and Lindsay. How exciting is that? And she's like,
I think she's the one that has to say that. She's gonna be like, "Ah, can't wait to hang
oh
out with
yeah.
Lindsay." I
Yeah,
think she
we'll be
needs a nickname
fucking
for
with
Lindsay too.
Lindsay. Yeah. And then they get back to the house. Um, and maybe there's like a moment where she maybe sees Lindsay with the kids and she has, I mean, well, he just had a moment with the kids, so maybe
Yeah, I'm trying to think of for Lindsay because we need to have a moment where
we
because
don't like her.
it's gonna be like she's not you, like and I keep looking for you. and it's
Hmm.
not you. And I think there, not that Lindsay needs a fatal flaw, because I think we can love Lindsay, but I
Yeah.
think that there needs to be that moment where he's like, but I didn't want that. Like I wanted someone to like take care of. Like I wanted someone to need me, you
Hmm.
know? And then, that was the whole problem is they didn't tell each other how much they needed each other.
Yeah, because Lindsay's very independent and and Maggie's still being like, Henry, help me, you know?
Yeah, and I think she can say something about that. She can be like, "Well, I just didn't want to like nag you anymore." And he's like, Who says it was nagging?" Like, they could be
Mm.
cute like that.
Yeah. And then all that stuff happens. I'm trying to think about
Okay, so we have the conflict we need to introduce is not that there's a problem with Lindsay, but we need to introduce some sort of thing that I don't know, I think that
I
he
think,
just loves
oh,
her. Okay, so she gets there like Friday. Let's say Halloween is Sunday. So maybe they all like go out to go costume shopping to get the kids costumes.
hmm
Because he loves doing that with them. So they have to go do that. And that could be a fun little montage of them either like thrifting or going to a costume store and trying out all these costumes.
hmm
And um I feel like I feel like we could make a joke about like the sassy slash I love how they always say sassy costumes when you go to it'll be like police officers sassy. It's just like booty shorts and a t-shirt. Like I feel like they have to have that moment where they're trying out something like that. And I feel like he needs to show a like selfless moment with the kids too, where they want to choose a costume that's really embarrassing for him, and he's like, "Okay, all right." And
Yeah.
she can kind of make fun of him for it, but he's like, "No, it's a great idea. I absolutely love it." And so then he gets that costume, which will also make her be like, "Dang it." Because she's never
Exactly.
seen it. Because maybe she doesn't ever stay. Like maybe she always like is like, "That's your time. Have fun."
Hmm.
And then we need to have some sort of planning thing with the Scare Fest that they do together too.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have that, which has to be the big like pressure point. Just like how we did the floats in the Hallmark Christmas movie we did.
Oh
Where he's
my
in charge of all the
gosh.
floats.
Yeah. Well, maybe she has a moment of, yeah, I can help with something. Like I think she starts to get into it and she's like, I can help with something. And he's like, great, awesome. And then it cuts to her dressed as a scarecrow and he's like, just stand in this field.
I think that they should have a fight where she is talking to her dad on the phone and he like overhears it and he that's a big thing for him where he's like you stand up for yourself or like you never like talk to them about what you actually want
Hmm.
and you obviously don't want to do this and you're like you're making yourself miserable and it's like so hard to watch and that can be one of the reasons why they got divorced because he was
Yeah.
like I just can't watch you like sabotage your life and be miserable.
Hmm.
um And so that could be like their big fight that they have. And then she can say the whole thing where it's like, I didn't even want that. I wanted you to want me,
I wanted you to
to
want
fight
me.
for me. And and then that can happen right before the scare fest. So then they have the scare fest. Okay, the kids go to it.
Or maybe it happens at the Scarefest, and and she storms off into the maze.
True.
Because she's just she's just so heated up that she's just like, I just need to get some space. And then she goes into the corn maze, and now she's lost.
Yeah. And I think um right before the fight they can be brought together with something with the kids. Um, Maybe like the kids don't want to do the scary haunted house part without both of them there.
Hmm.
And so they do it. And then maybe that's when he brings it up. Maybe then he's like, sometimes I wonder like why we couldn't make this work because like when we're with the kids, it's like
Hmm.
just feels like this is what it should be. And then that's when she can be like, well, it's because you didn't even care that I was going to this. Like, you didn't even care that I was thinking about moving, and you didn't even, you didn't try to stop me at any point. And then he can bring up that. And then she'll storm off into the scary maze.
Exactly.
And then,
And then the kids are like, "Hey, like, Dad, where's Mom?" And then Lindsay's like, "Oh, she went into the," or I guess he was there too. Like, he's just like, "Well, she was in the. Did she not come out of the maze? How? She's been in there for a couple of hours then." And then that's when Lindsay's like, "Go find her." And then he goes in there and he's like, "Maggie, Maggie," and then he goes, "Margaret," and we hear her name.
and then she's like, I don't want to talk to you. But like
Yeah.
now he knows where she is.
I don't want to talk to you. He's like, no, just keep going so I can find you. She's like, no.
And he can be like, list off all the reasons you hate me. That'll make it easier for me to find you.
Yeah. She's like, you're stubborn. He's like, yup.
Oh, it can be like 10 things I hate about you, where
Yeah.
she's like listing all the things, but then she's like, but what I hate the most is that I don't hate you at all.
Yep.
And then, and then he can bring her back. I think we need to have a cute moment too, because this is a Hallmark movie in a romance where she gets hurt. So I think the reason why she's stuck in the maze is because she like twisted her ankle or something. And
Yeah.
so then he has to carry her back.
Yeah. And he's like, remember this happened last time we were in the corn maze? What made you think this was a good idea? And she's like, or you're like, it happened in high school or something?
Yeah. Oh, that would be cute. We could start the movie with that. Like with their high school moment. And then
Yeah.
you think like, oh, they're still together. It's okay. And then there's like the divorce.
Yeah. Divorced with two kids.
Yeah.
Or n near divorce because
Yeah.
she brought the papers
We'll have
because
to
he
figure
just
out
won't sign
where,
them.
yeah, because I also like sometimes like a divorce thing can take like 3 years to process. So like I
Yeah.
think they have to be in the middle of the process. Um,
I
and-
think it's kind of like Sweet Home Alabama where he just won't sign it.
yeah.
Like because he's not taking it. Like I think there's part of him that still kind of hopes that she still loves him like that. And I think when she comes into town, she drops off the kids and the kids they get out of the car or whatever. He kind of break like he's like, "How are you?" And she's like, "Well, it would be better if you just signed the papers already."
Yeah. And I think we have to figure out the situation with Lindsay because if he's not signing the papers, that's a huge red flag. And maybe
Very
that's
true.
why Lindsay is like, I I if you care about me, like why haven't you signed the papers? Like if you
Yeah.
actually are serious about us, then you need to sign the papers.
Hmm.
And so that can be a pressure point from Lindsay.
Yeah.
And yeah, drama.
Trauma. And but you know what? There's a moment the spark unites when she makes him the pumpkin pie that she used to make all the time. He's just like, "Man, you used to make this all the time. When was the last time you made this, Maggie?"
Yeah, Mags,
Bef
and she hasn't made it since
Mags,
they broke up.
before you took over for your father's business, or and she's just like, "Oh man, you know."
Yeah, she's like, I'm not gonna get into this with you. She's like, we're not talking about this. Not with
And
the
you
kids
ruined
here.
another sweet moment, Henry. Just eat the damn pie.
And then maybe it ends instead of them going to the courthouse to like do the divorce, it ends with them doing like a new what's it called? Renewing their vows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That would be cute.
And
And they could do it
then
on his farm, on his pumpkin farm. So it'd be
yeah,
really
and
cute.
then it's like the next year, and then she's putting a pie on the table, and she's just like, and she has like a little bakery
Yes.
because
Yeah.
he sells pumpkin on the lot, so she'll sell bakery items, coffee, apple cider, also on the lot, like in like a little town, little farm shed thing that they
Yeah.
do.
Oh,
And they
so
live
cute.
happily ever after.
Okay, we need to make this movie.
What's it called?
It needs to be something pumpkin related, something.
Pumpkin.
I feel like it needs to be like a second chance for something. That's what it needs to be.
Yeah. Pumpkins and promises. Love in the pumpkin patch. Pumpkin spice and everything not nice. Um, Pumpkin Lane, The Harvest Promise.
I don't mind that one. I don't mind Pumpkins and Promises either. That sounds very Hallmarky. Like it's not good, but it sounds like a Hallmark movie title.
Love at the Harvest Hollow.
I don't know.
The
I feel like
Farmer's Fall.
the farmer's fault. It's a farmer's only romance.
I think I like I think I like Pumpkins and Promises. That's kind
I
of
do
fun. That's
too.
kind of cute.
Yeah. And like the cover is them being like, you know,
And he's like holding a pumpkin.
and she's holding a pie.
Yeah.
And that's the tagline is like they have the ingredients, but will they make it work? You know?
Dude,
It-
future Maddie, insert a poster now. I'm gonna make a poster.
It's you and the cardigan. Guys, so that was our idea. If now gets stolen, then we'll know because we have it
Yeah.
documented in this video.
The thing with the cardigan, it's there's gonna be a moment where she goes onto the deck. She like walks up the door and she's like in her cardigan. She's looking out on the pumpkin patch and she's like it's like a Lorelai Gilmore moment where she's like, I smell snow, but she's like, I smell rain, and then she just
Yeah, and maybe here's the thing too that I think would make it complex is maybe she really wanted something stable, which is why she ended up working like at the family business thing because it can be like in tech or something. And he really wanted to do this like farm thing and do the Harvest Fest, and she like wasn't. She was like, I thought that I wanted something stable, but I actually like just wanted to I just wanted you, and I think.
unstable.
Something unstable. No, but like, she just wants she,
No,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
different. Like the whole like I can make it work because I have you. So like we'll
Exactly.
get
Like
through
I
it
will
together.
exactly like I'll risk it all for you.
Yeah, and so I think and then the Harvest Fest obviously like picks up and like, really works out for him and he loves doing it and he's happy. Maybe he has an inheritance or something. Maybe that's how he lives off of it.
Yeah.
But
Well, like I feel like his pumpkin patch is like one of the most popular pumpkin patches in all of Maine. And everyone from around the state comes and buys the pumpkin.
yeah, like it's like a tourist attraction. Like he's turned it into like
Yeah.
a friend to
And
go
that's
do
why they
it.
have so much money.
Yeah, and maybe that's another conflict where she's like, "Yeah, well, you did your family business. Like, why is it different from mine?" And he's like, "Because I wanted to do mine and you did not." Like,
Mhm.
that can be a moment too.
Yeah.
Dude, we've got ammunition. We're ready.
The script's already done. I've already written the script.
Yeah, outline's done. This is legitimately how Maddie and I write scripts. We'll literally be sitting in the car on a road trip, and this is what we'll do. We'll just be like, "Oh, but what if this happened? Or what if we tried this? Or
Yep, basically. So,
yeah, this is how we wrote Winona. We were just on the car ride back from dropping Theo off at the airport, and that's what we did.
yeah, guys. So get ready because honestly, Hallmark movie is on our list of things to make. So maybe this will be it.
Yeah, maybe.
I think so.
It's
Catherine
very
is
fun.
like, what? Catherine's kicking her feet as she's driving. Catherine, focus.
Lock in, Kathy. Drive safe. I hope you guys enjoyed us plotting out a screenplay for
Mhm.
a fun fall flick.
Her
Um,
pumpkin and promises.
Pumpkin and Promises, they have the ingredients, but will they make it work? That's the
Shut
question.
up. That's brilliant.
We hope you guys have a great week. We'll see you next week. No way. On the first
Fireworks!
try? Crazy.
Carolyn did discover something, guys, with her little emojis. Carolyn, would you like to pick an
Yeah.
emoji?
I would love to pick an emoji.
I don't know how to. I feel like I could do this.
I'm gonna find the pumpkin. Give me 1 second.
She got it. I think she's
Yay.
got it.
I love it.
Do they have any leaves?
I found
Found it.
No way I did too. At the same time. check that out. Guys, so we hope you enjoyed listening to us talk about a imaginary movie that hasn't been created yet. Hopefully we'll make it sometime because it's kind of fun. It sounds really cute.
Yes. So, bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much for listening to our podcast.
Yes. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube. I almost said Twitter. We don't have a Twitter or a Facebook. So just follow us.
If you're looking for us on Facebook, there's nothing there. We don't got shit on Facebook. Just find our Instagram, find our YouTube. You're watching on YouTube, likely. We're even on Spotify sometimes. I don't know if we're on there completely. Are we on there completely?
Yes. Do you not pay attention to what we upload? Yes, we're on Spotify. We're on Spotify and YouTube. Tune in next week for a surprise because we don't know what we're doing next week.
We never do. You know, it's beautiful.
Comment down below what you thought about today's episode, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Get the hell out!
Bye. Hey, the movie's over. Why are you still here?